In the Mek Wi Talk, my people. Mek Wi Talk. When this town becomes an ugly place, don't let it erase the smile from your face. Mek Wi Talk, people. Mek Wi Talk. Conversation is the key, a guiding light for you and me. Spark a talk and you will see. Conflict solver.
Good afternoon. Welcome to WZPP and WZOP, the voice of the Caribbean, the best talk show in South Florida, Mek Wi Talk, with yours truly, Jeffrey T. I'm your host for today. So many things happening. We must give God thanks and praise that we are still alive. You can hear WZPP at 96.1 FM in Miami, 92.7 FM in Fort Lauderdale, 1590 in Tampa. That's in the AM band. We're also on I&I Radio, 102.3 FM in Hollywood and North Miami, 105.3 FM in Virginia Beach, and 99.7 FM in Orlando. That's where we are. And we are the voice of the Caribbean. I got up this morning, and believe you me, I felt very good. But for some reason right now, I am not feeling 100%. I don't know why, but to God be the glory. Great things he has done for all of us. The numbers to call into the program today is 850-446-0562. That's 850-446-0562. A lot of people saying that I am bashing my own country. I'm not bashing my country, I am just talking what is going on in the newspaper. Because if the Jamaican Gleaner is reporting something and I decide to make it the topic of my program, it shouldn't be saying I'm bashing my country. I must say welcome to all the viewers on the Mek Wi Talk Jeffrey Tavares YouTube channel. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. I'll tell you something, You see, when you have God, when you have the good God above on your side, no weapon in hell, no demon in hell can form against you. And sometimes you get some calls where people believe that they can shut you up or cover you down because you're speaking the truth. I see we're in the a newspaper is saying that the international community is divided over the Haitian crisis in Haiti. The international community is divided over the Haitian crisis in the French-speaking Caribbean territory of Haiti. And if the international community is divided in who they can in sending troops to assist the people of Haiti, then we must ask the question, why is it that they can go to the Haitian diaspora and sit down with the Haitians? And maybe they are doing it. We don't know. Maybe they are doing it. Maybe my good friend who loves to call into the program can call in and we'll discuss this. Maybe they are doing it. We don't know. But what is going on in Haiti It needs to stop. Something needs to be done. We can't have people living in turmoil. And this evening, let me find it before I say anything else, This evening, there's going to be a program on the Mek Wi Talk YouTube channel. And the program is about how Jamaica, the country of Jamaica, the country that lead the charge in saying that they're going to send military troops into Haiti to assist Haiti. Our country, who is a part of CARICOM, they have decided, I don't want to go into the details with it, but join me this evening. My guest on the program this evening will be King's Counsel Hugh Small. He's calling on the government of Jamaica to observe the international law that Jamaica signed on to. So join us this evening when we speak some more about it. I'm not going to give you any more of what we're going to speak about. But come this evening, we will be speaking about that. We'll be speaking about how is it that we signed on to an international treaty and yet we are not abiding by it. I was doing some research earlier on today too, where the education minister of St. Lucia is under attack because he is standing up for the students in the schools in Haiti, in St. Lucia rather. He said that there should not be any violence in schools. And we live in a society where the children believe that they can start a fight and then nothing must be done towards it. The Cayman Islands government is saying in Cayman that there won't be any laws passed in Cayman, not for now. Read the tobacco, we ganja to legalize the goodly herb. And to pass laws in Cayman for the lotto companies to flock the country of Cayman with lotto. I am also seeing where the Prime Minister of Jamaica, and I go back to Jamaica because I know people believe that I am here to cow down this country. I'm not. I'm not in any way, shape, or form trying to bring down any administration or trying to say that we should not be talking about what is going on. As I said before, there are other news outlets that carry news out of the land of wood and water. And if there's other news outlets that carry news out of the land of wood and water, why is people thinking that this program here is bringing bad news or talking down about the people of Jamaica. I am proud to be a Jamaican, and I'm proud to be a Caribbean person. So we mustn't think that way. Anyway, I am trying not to put this up, but I'm going to do it. Listen to me. A news organization in Jamaica, Blue Dot Poll, ranked Christopher Tufton the best performing minister in Jamaica. And they also rank opposition spokesperson on foreign affairs and foreign trade, the goodly lady Lisa Hanna. You hear what they said? Christopher Tufton is ranked as the best performing minister in the land of wood and water. And the opposition spokesperson on foreign affairs and foreign trade, MP Lisa Hanna, is in that ranking too. I have a news clip in here that I need to play for make you all listen to it, because people may think that I'm the one who is saying it. But listen to this, and the Prime Minister and the opposition leader, the pollings of that they give the Jamaican people is not approving the way how you all are conducting yourself as Prime Minister and opposition leader. Listen to this.
The health minister is ahead of Prime Minister Andrew Holness by 8.5 percentage points. 23% of the respondents believe Dr. Tufton is the best performing minister. Prime Minister Andrew Holness, who sits as the Minister of Economic Growth and Job Creation, was voted as the second best performing minister. 14.5% of those surveyed placed him at second. Edmund Bartlett rounded out the top three best performing ministers. The tourism minister was third with 10%. The top three best performing ministers were the only ones with double-digit ratings. At fourth is the finance minister with 6.6%, and culture minister Olivia Grange is at fifth with 6%. Named as the worst performing ministers of government are the Minister of National Security, Dr. Horace Chang, the Prime Minister, and Education Minister, Favour Williams.
You hear what they said? The worst performing minister is the person who secured the country. Minister Dr. Horace Chang, who is also the Deputy Prime Minister and the Deputy Minister of Defense and the Member of Parliament for somewhere in St. James. He is the worst performing minister along with the Prime Minister and the Minister of Education, the good lady Favour Williams. And people may say that we come on air here to try and bring down our country and speak bad about our country. Then if a news organization in Jamaica, and I can call name, the news organization is Nationwide. Nationwide did the polling. And this is what they come up with, that Jamaicans are saying that the Minister of National Security is the worst Minister of National Security that they have ever seen. It's not me who said it. The polls were conducted in August and September of this year, 2023. And this is what the news outlet is reporting. This is what Nationwide is reporting. So if we have the worst minister, the worst performing minister of national security, huh? The worst performing minister of national security. Let us listen to this news clipping some more, because they speak about the opposition party too, you know. They did not just do the polls on the ruling government, Jamaica Labour Party. They did the polling also on the opposition party. And I want you all to listen to what the goodly lady from Nationwide is reporting.
Nearly 18% of respondents believed Dr. Chang is the worst performing minister. Another 10.5% of those surveyed placed Prime Minister Holness as the second worst performing and Minister Williams at third with 10.10%.
You hear? You all hear what the lady said? Let us continue.
They were followed by the then Minister of Transport, Audley Shaw, with nearly 5%, and Finance Minister Dr. Nigel Clark with 4%. Meanwhile, leading the ratings on the opposition side as the best spokesperson is Lisa Hanna. 16% of respondents believe Hanna, the opposition spokesperson on foreign affairs, is the best performing shadow minister. Hanna is followed by the opposition spokesperson on education, Damian Crawford, with just over 13%. Tied at third are the opposition leader Mark Golding and Shadow Minister for Finance Julian Robinson at 11.5%. The opposition leader also tops the list as the worst performing opposition spokesperson at 13%. Mr. Golding is followed by opposition spokesman on national security Peter Bunting with 7.3%, and Shadow Minister for Labour, Dr. Angela Brown Burke, at third with 4.6%. Senator Lambert Brown and Lisa Hanna round out the top 5 worst performing shadow ministers. The poll has a margin of error of 2.7%. Nora Gay Banton.
My God. My God. Jamaicans have reached a point where they're tired of the two political system. Now, I'm no pollster, and I don't profess to be a pollster. But when you have a country, and I get to understand that a well-known person who does polls in Jamaica did a poll on the Jamaica Labour Party. And I'm being told that the poll can't come out. It cannot be revealed to the country. If Nationwide News Organization did this poll, and they get these polls from the Jamaican people, imagine what that pollster does. Imagine what they say about the Jamaica Labour Party. Prime Minister, Health Minister, Dr. Christopher Tufton is ahead of the Prime Minister with 8.5% polling. Third, 23% of Jamaicans believe that Dr. Christopher Tufton is the best performing minister. And Jamaicans believe that Edmund Bartlett is the best performing minister. While Jamaicans believe that both the Prime Minister and the Leader of the Opposition is the worst in the history of Jamaica. Now, I know there are some people watching me. And all they can say is that every day this man come on the program and he yap, 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 yap. and talk bad. I am not the one who did this, you know. I am not the one who did this. It's all over the news. It's all over on social media. And I'm going to play it again. Make the people of South Florida and the wider world, the people of the diaspora, hear it. It's not me who did this polling. The polling was done by an organization in Jamaica, named Nationwide. And this is what they are reporting. We're going to go for a break anytime soon. But in the meantime, let you listen to this. Please, go ahead, listen to it.
The health minister is ahead of Prime Minister Andrew Holness by 8.5 percentage points. 23% of the respondents believe Dr. Tufton is the best performing minister. Prime Minister Andrew Holness, who sits as the Minister of Economic Growth and Job Creation, was voted as the second best performing minister. 14.5% of those surveyed placed him at second. Edmund Bartlett rounded out the top three best performing ministers. The tourism minister was third with 10%. The top three best performing ministers were the only ones with double-digit ratings. At fourth is the finance minister with 6.6%, and culture minister Olivia Grange is at fifth with 6%. Named as the worst performing ministers of government are the Minister of National Security, Dr. Horace Chang, the Prime Minister, and Education Minister, Favour Williams. Nearly 18% of respondents believed Dr. Chang is the worst performing minister. Another 10.5% of those surveyed placed Prime Minister Holness as the second worst performing and Minister Williams at third with 10.10%. They were followed by the then Minister of Transport, Audley Shaw, with nearly 5%, and Finance Minister Dr. Nigel Clark with 4%. Meanwhile, leading the ratings on the opposition side as the best spokesperson is Lisa Hanna. 16% of respondents believe Hanna, the opposition spokesperson on foreign affairs, is the best performing shadow minister. Hanna is followed by the opposition spokesperson on education, Damian Crawford, with just over 13%. Tied at third are the opposition leader Mark Golding and Shadow Minister for Finance Julian Robinson at 11.5%. The opposition leader also tops the list as the worst performing opposition spokesperson at 13%. Mr. Golding is followed by opposition spokesman on national security Peter Bunting with 7.3%, and Shadow Minister for Labour Dr. Angela Brown Burke at third.
We're going to take a break at this moment. We'll be right back here on the program here on Mek Wi Talk on WZPP and WZOP.
You're listening to WZOP 92.7 LP FM.
So what is the government doing to deal with inflation?
First of all, the government established a very strong policy on inflation targeting, which is done primarily through the central bank. And the governor of the central bank is tasked with ensuring that our inflation rate is captured between 4 and 6%. That's the inflation target. The pandemic, however, has disrupted all of that, and not just for Jamaica, but globally. And we were as high as 12%. The central bank, which is tasked with managing inflation, using one of its main tools, which is the interest rate, they have used this tool, in my mind, very well to curb inflation. So they have increased interest rates, and they have done it in a very judicious way, and that has brought our inflation rate down to about 6.6%. That's just above the target, but still within reach. And I think that if we continue in the near term, we will see inflation in Jamaica going back to where we had targeted it. That is between 4 and 6%. In recognizing that the inflation has cost fixed income earners, it has cost us in terms of purchasing power. And so we have.
Whatever you face this week, forward still. Whatever mountains come in your way, forward still. Yeah. Whatever, if you book your tour, forward still. Disappointment come, forward still.
That is the difference between them and us.
Few will continue to plunder poor people's money because we will have to continue to live with the rampant corruption that has characterized this government, of which the Prime Minister has been a part from beginning till now.
Plaza Mek, and you want a shop on the plaza, it's in US dollar.
My God.
Rich. Everything are run by China. Road are run by China. Government are run by America. Can I preach? Can I preach? Native citizen, we can't hold nothing down, yeah. Can I preach? Chinese are take over. I feel my belly. Somebody say, whoa. We need deliverance. We need the blood. We need Jesus. We need help. Can I preach?
I got arrested a few times.
Comrades, are you ready? Comrades, we say it over and over again that young people are the future. But the way young people are being treated in this country at this time has to change. It must change. Time come, comrades, for young people to live good in this country. Comrades, we can look around us and we see the state of hopelessness that many of our young people are in. We see that many of them are choosing chopping over education. We see that many of them are being gunned down and are gunning down people. We see that many of them, they can't afford the school fee, so them just stay at home. We see that many of them are being choked by the high cost that they have to be paying back to SLB. And many of our young people
group of Black women with US-born and Caribbean-born women, so we hypothesize that they vary in symptom understanding and recognition. The focus groups are centered around postmenopausal bleeding in Black and Caribbean women to assess perception of bleeding symptoms. We are recruiting both English-speaking and Creole-speaking Haitian women for their own focus groups. We want to know your thoughts about how bleeding could potentially impact your life or the lives of your family and friends. This will help us know where we can start to make changes and how we approach teaching and advocacy around this problem. And this is a 1-hour focus group of about 6 women, which is compensated, and a brief questionnaire to obtain demographic information. Please give us a call at 305-243-5434 to understand if you are eligible to participate in those focus groups. If no one answers, please leave your full name and phone number and we will get back to you. You can also email us at wbelizaire@miami.edu. That is WBELIZAIRE@miami.edu.
For more info, hit us up at wcbbradio.com.
When the game gets rough and this life just seems so tough.
Welcome back to the program here on WZBP and WZOP. Good afternoon to you, caller. Welcome to Mek Wi Talk.
Good afternoon. How are you?
Yes, sir.
You know, I had to abandon my lunch because I heard you talking about who is good minister and bad minister and all of that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And you were referencing a supposed poll from Nationwide.
Mm-hmm.
These people believe that Jamaicans are idiots. What that poll, you know, the aim of that poll is to keep us believing that Jamaicans believe in these two parties. Let's examine something. The hospital.
Mm-hmm.
The hospital sector in Jamaica is abysmal. If you go to KPH, my God, it's a disgrace. Now, we have our second city. Jamaica is a very, the population has been falling. Most Jamaicans are dying, both through homicide and regular disease and other ailments and so on.
Mm-hmm.
The population is dying. Now, plus it's also aging. Now, in Montego Bay is a rich city, isn't it?
It is.
Yes. We have a lot of multi-billion-dollar hotels, Jamaican dollars, hotels down there. Correct?
Yes.
You have the Half Moon. You have the Rose Hall. You have what's the name of that high brand? One of these high brands. So we have all of them up there. No, not Rio. Rio is a Spanish.
Hold on for me. Hold on for me. I have a call coming in. Okay. Good afternoon. Welcome to Mek Wi Talk.
Good afternoon.
Yes, sir. Can I help you?
Good afternoon. I wanted to be on air. It's Dr. Gordon. I'm listening to the caller.
Yes, Dr. Gordon. Go ahead.
Oh, the caller finished?
No. Oh, this is Dr. Gordon from OBC Radio?
Yes.
Oh, Dr. Gordon, welcome to the program. Go ahead.
Yes.
The caller is still on with us.
Yes. So let the caller, let the caller speak, and I will continue.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, I will continue listening.
I was talking about, I was mentioning another big multi-million-dollar hotel, which is the Ritz-Carlton, which, by the way, was built with taxpayers' funds. Help to that hotel.
Hold on for me. You're saying to me that a hotel in Jamaica, by the name of what?
The Ritz-Carlton.
It is alleged. We can't prove it here.
No,
Mek Wi
not
Talk.
alleged. The Patterson administration.
You sure is that?
Now hold on, man. Wait, let me explain.
You're calling the wrong name, you know.
Information. No. I'm talking about the government, the Patterson administration, was a partner in that hotel.
Let me make, hold on for me, sir. Hold on for me,
capacity.
sir. Hold on for me. Let me make something categorically clear on this program here. It is alleged. We can't prove it on the Mek Wi Talk program at WCPP and WCOP. That happened. So we have to make sure we protect ourselves here. We can't prove that happened.
Fine. But if for those other people in regular land, this is public information. You can just go through the Gleaner archives or anyone else, pull it up generally. That we were partners. It was the Rollins family. Those who are tied into Jamaica know right away what I'm talking about. Anyway, the point that I was making to you is that how wealthy money flow through Montego Bay. Have you ever been to the Cornwall Regional Hospital in here, you gentlemen?
We have. We don't have enough time on the program here. So.
And you know the debacle down there.
Right.
Well, listen. An associate of mine who have a relative who had an emergency to go there. The person cried that they don't want to go there. They rather die at home. And because of the conditions at the hospital. Anyway, caller,
hold on for me because I don't have enough time on the program. So let me hear what Dr. Garden is saying. Dr. Garden, welcome to the program.
Yes, good afternoon, and good afternoon, listeners. And I just want to elaborate on the information there, that the alleged information the gentleman given, being that I was in the presence of the conversation, that OBC Radio has no knowledge to that conversation. However, what he said something where I really wanted to touch point on, because for too long, we, the people of Jamaica, continue to make it seem like the narrative of a two-way party when there is other entity that's trying. We need to get away from, we only speak about the PNP and the JLP. There are other entities that we need to look at also and take into consideration, because the media house is under control. Journalists no longer ask the questions that really matter, because everybody's under the payroll. They don't really, and if journalists were holding politicians accountable, for the things that they were doing, then they would be very much scared. They wouldn't be so blind to come out as if citizens are dumb, deaf, and blind. So we have to also give other entities the opportunity and the voice to speak, because they have been stifled. So we can just continue looking at this two-party system. Right, because we have two new political parties and different movements down there who are trying to change the situation on the ground. You are right, Doctor, whatever your name is.
Dr. Jermaine Gard.
Jermaine Gard.
Yes.
You are absolutely, and a beautiful point you made. That we can just listen to what these people put out.
It's the PSOJ which control both. The PSAJ should be separate from the politics, but everybody's under one umbrella controlling things. And these are the things that we need to segregate from, for the betterment of our country.
Well, but let me ask this question. Let me ask this question of both of you. Dr. Garden. Yes. The polls that Nationwide did, that poll that the Nationwide News Network in Jamaica did, and the government of Jamaica and the opposition, they said that Minister Christopher Tufton is ahead of Prime Minister Andrew Holness at 8.5%. And 23% of the Jamaican people believe that Dr. Tufton is the best performing minister in Jamaica.
You know, I've not seen that poll, but remember we have this conversation last night, and I mentioned Dr. Christopher Tufton.
Mm-hmm.
I told the public and yourself that Dr. Christopher Tufton, in fact, since Bruce Golden was in power, Dr. Christopher Tufton has been in training to become the leader of the opposition party.
No, the leader of the government party now. You said opposition a while ago.
In other words, he has leadership aspiration. That has been well known.
Bruce Golden, when Bruce Golden was the opposition leader.
Okay.
At the time when Bruce Golden was the opposition leader for the Jamaica Labour Party, ever since then, Dr. Christopher Tufton has been in training for the front runner for the leader of the Jamaica Labour Party. For somehow Andrew Holness came in and take over. But ever since, it was always Dr. Christopher Tufton that was being pushed. However, with the condition of Dr. Christopher run Ministry of Health, and with that condition, I mean, he himself have a lot of cleaning up and not ready to be in a prime minister. Because look at our hospital. We spoke about that last night. People, if you go to the hospital, you have to bring sheet.
Mm. And for the little time that we have leave, for the little time we have leave on the radio here, because I only have an hour on the Mek Wi Talk program on WZPP and WZOP. I don't know if one of you gentlemen want to sponsor the program. That would be very good. But anyway, the news that came out of Jamaica on this polling, it said that Minister Dr. Harris Chang is the worst Minister of National Security, and I would go further and say he's the worst Minister of National Security in the history of Jamaica.
No, well, all of them have been lousy and disgraceful. Bunting, Peter Phillips, you remember them? Come on, man, don't we? That's a game. Whoever we know that Young is the most.
I wouldn't go to the I'm in agreement with the gentleman here.
Mm-hmm.
He is a very bad Minister of Security, but I don't know. It could be possible that he's the worst. He could rank the worst.
No, man, all of them. I remember when
prior, corruption was always going on, crime and violence.
Listen.
Hold on. Let me make his point. Go ahead.
Before, crime and violence was always on the high. Corruption was always going on, whether it's the PNP or the JLC, it was always going on. But what was happening then, it was being hidden. Right now, it's bold-faced because we have a prime minister that's dealing with the country as bad man is in. If you say he knows big, tomorrow morning you get located and fined and public apology demand. Dictatorship, that's what's going on. So everybody feel like they have the power and authority to just come out and use people, blatant, and nobody have no cares or say to it. So it can rank that he is indeed, yes, the worst.
Yes. Gentlemen, I'm going to give you all 2 seconds to wrap up. Caller, 2 seconds. Dr. Garden, 2 seconds. Go ahead for me.
Yes, I appreciate your time on it. And I would just like you to, the listeners, them to know that OBC Radio is available in the App Store and the Play Store. And follow us on all social media platforms, OBC Radio. We're here to see to it, hold the government accountable and continue to root out and expose corruption because I've been close allies with them.
Caller, thank you very much, Dr. Garden.
Yeah,
thanks for having me.
That's a voice that seems like in the wilderness.
Hold on for me, caller. Hold on. Welcome to Mek Wi Talk.
Yes, I'm listening to your program, and I'd like to probably, add my little 2 cents.
Yes, you only have 2 seconds, sir, because the program's about to close.
Okay. That 24 point something percent that Dr. Tufton gets, that doesn't mean that he's doing a good job, That doesn't mean that. It's the way you interpret poll numbers. Another thing is that I agree with Ron that all the national security ministers, they are bad performers. Notably Bunting, who was held up by gunmen while he was a national security minister in Portland.
Yes.
And then he would, invoke a lot of nonsense about divine intervention. So all the national security ministers are bad performers. However, let me tell you something. The Jamaican government and the Jamaican people are too licky. They take European money.
Yes.
And that European money come with certain stipulations.
Yes.
Hence, they can't come up with operate very effectively against criminals because the European funding of the police force, comes with very, very certain stipulations, that restrict the operations.
Mm-hmm. All right, caller. Thank you for calling in. My next caller, 2 seconds, and we have to go.
Yes. Well, I was just saying that as a person who are a veteran at this thing, who have been given running commentary on Jamaica in a very impartial way.
Yes.
For a number of years. And over those years, I have always made sure that the information that I disseminate in my conversation with anyone is information that, number one, is in the public records.
Mm-hmm.
Number two, I'm very aware of defamation and so on. So
Yes.
you're not dealing with amateur.
Yes.
So you can't see the Mr. Mek Wi Talk.
Yes. All right. We got to run.
No problem.
All right. Thank you for calling. I must say thanks to my callers for calling. Thanks to Dr. Jermaine Gordon for calling in. Remember to join us this afternoon at 7 p.m. U.S. time, at 6 p.m. Jamaica time. I'll be having King's Counsel Hugh Small as my special guest on the Mek Wi Talk program. We'll be talking about the deportation of Haitians back to Haiti and other national issues that face the land of wood and water in the Caribbean. My special guest will be a former Minister of Finance, and he's also King's Counsel, Attorney at Law Hugh Small. He will be my special guest. For all of us in the diaspora here, all Caribbean personnel in the diaspora here, remember that we're from countries that need help. And we must make it a point of our duty to help the respective countries that we're from. We mustn't throw water behind us and forget that we're from Haiti, Jamaica, Dominican Republic, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, St. Lucia, Trinidad and Tobago, the Cayman Islands. Although the Cayman Islands is the British overseas territory, but it's still a part of the Caribbean. We must remember that we're from those countries. And our countries on a whole have its own personal problems. And we all must try and seek if we can help the country. And for my country, Jamaica, my departing words on this program this afternoon, we must all remember that we come to this land of wood and water by labor pain, not by aeroplane, nor party pain, but we come here by labor pain. And the nation that we call Jamaica is bleeding from within. I keep on saying this and people say I must stop it. That we're knocking behind Haiti's back door. And until we can do something about it to assist the people of Haiti and to assist our Jamaican nationals, our Jamaicans, then we will not be the country that we pray for to become a 2030 vision. We must not believe that our nation cannot come back to. We can be the change that we seek in our individual countries. Because the change that we seek in our individual countries will not come from the political elites of our countries. It has to come from us as a people. And in our two hands lies the change that we seek in the Caribbean countries as a whole. And this is where I say so long from here. Remember to join us this evening on the Mek Wi Talk program on YouTube at 7 p.m. US time, 6 p.m. Jamaica time. I'll be speaking to King's Counsel, Attorney at Law Hugh Small. Until you hear my voice again, may God bless you. May God bless the people of the Caribbean and the people of the United States. This is WZPP and WZOP, the voice of the Caribbean.
When the game gets rough and this life just seems so tough, Mek Wi Talk, my people, Mek Wi Talk. When this town becomes an ugly place, don't let it erase the smile from your face. Mek Wi Talk, people, Mek Wi Talk. Conversation is the key.